You know, social media can be a place where people spread a lot of lies, a lot of propaganda. You have a YouTuber who is basically spreading lies that Thanksgiving was the slaughter of foundational Black Indians, American Indians. These are lies, guys. These are lies, and they need to stop. You know, when I was in the religion of the Black Hebrew Israelites, I used to teach that garbage. I used to try my best to ruin everyone's day. And you have to think about it. Why do these religious heretics choose to make videos about Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving? They don't do it any other day. And it's because they want you to feel guilty. And the reason being is a lot of these individuals are not really happy with their lives. They don't have no family, they don't have no friends. So they want you to be religious like them. They want you to be alone. Because in the religious community, it's this thing of celebration. All of you are hypocrites because one way or the other, you are observing this day. And enough is enough with all the religious garbage. Let's just stop being stupid. You know, a lot of you be quick to say you don't celebrate something, but you go to your family members to get a plate. You go to your family members because you want to see what they cooking. You can't wait to pick up that plate. So this particular YouTuber, he's on live right now lying to the people, making people feel guilty. Look at the live chat. You have somebody saying Thanksgiving isn't a religious holiday. Well, I'm not religious, right? Why are you so concerned with religious? Being religious is the problem. That's what you are, religious. And it's an issue because most religious people, they try to guilt trip everybody else. It's like you have a herd of sheep going the same way. And if you are not doing what they want you to do, then they act like you're a bad person. What is the problem with people visiting their families, being thankful? What's the problem? Because what's going on right now is you have YouTubers going around claiming that this day is the slaughtering of foundational Black Indians. That's a lie, guys. That's a lie. How do I know this? Because I used to teach that garbage. I used to teach the very same garbage. I had to wake up. I had to wake up from the lies that was taught. I had to realize that I was in error. And the YouTuber that's in question that is doing this, his name is New Breed. He's actually an alleged Freemason. He's a part of the secret societies. And when you're a part of the secret societies, um, you have to act like you're a believer in Christ in order to manipulate the people. See, right after he get off his live, he's gonna go get that turkey dinner. Right after he get off his live, he's gonna go view his family. and see what they got cooking, right? Thanksgiving have nothing to do with paganism. You're wrong. Thanksgiving have absolutely zero to do with paganism. You're wrong. That's what you've been taught, right? Um, these are just pure lies. There's so many lies that have been told, and we got to deliver ourselves from these lies, guys, or else we'll never be able to live our lives. I had to do the research and find that I was in error the whole time. Now you know that means something coming from me because I used to teach that garbage. And it's crazy because a lot of Israelites, right? They normally want to make these videos on Thanksgiving about these issues. Why do they do that? They say they don't celebrate, right? They say they don't celebrate Thanksgiving, right? So why do they make their videos on Thanksgiving? To try to convince everybody to be like them. I think it's a message of hate if you really think about it, because it's like they're trying to stop you from being thankful. They're trying to stop you from being around your family. And if you notice, most people that say, well, I don't celebrate this Thanksgiving, I don't care about that. If you notice, they're just alone, miserable, nobody to go to, just miserable. And they want you to be miserable too. That's the whole goal. I have a family, I have kids, and it's a shame that religion robbed me of observing Thanksgiving for many years. They guilt trip you into saying it's paganism, it's the slaughtering of your people. No, it's not. These are all lies, guys. And it's sad, bro. Absolutely sad, bro. I mean, look at somebody in the chat says that hat is too much. Nothing you do is ever enough for human beings. They're always judging you. You gonna talk about this? Talk about that. Is this too much? You can't afford it because you're broke. You worrying about my hat rather than worrying about the message. That just goes to show where people are, fam. And it's like, I don't get it, bro. I'm teaching a message here to deliver people from the bondage and the captivity of being ashamed to be around their family. How many of you folks are hypocrites to the point where you sneak on Thanksgiving to go to family members because you want to get that hot plate? Grandma, what you cooking? Hey, mom, what you cooking? Especially if you black. You ain't hiding nothing from me. If you black, I know you going to your folks to see what they cooking. You know? That's just the way it is, man. Right now, this YouTuber is online spreading hate, trying to guilt trip people. We're gonna react to his garbage uh later on because he's into Freemasonry. The very same YouTuber that is over there spewing hate about uh Thanksgiving is the slaughter of foundational black Indians. That's like the biggest lie ever, fam. First of all, those alleged Indians are not even your people. And the word Indian actually mean savages. Do your research. I don't understand why anybody would want to be called Indian because the word mean savages. But yet you got people going around saying, "Oh, I'm half Indian. Oh, I got Cherokee." You're all liars. You're just lying all day. And see, that's the problem with the black man. The black man don't know who he is. So he's always searching and searching for an identity. He has an identity issue. So he tries to fit in with this, with that, with this, with that, and he's confused. You know, he's confused. He don't know who he is. And that's the problem. Somebody says, I'm confused. Is he pro Thanksgiving or anti? See, you're slow. That's the problem. You didn't graduate high school. I literally been speaking for 11 minutes and you're this slow that you don't even know what my position is in regards to the topic. That's the problem with the world we live in. People are slow, right? Make sure you double tap the screen so the video could get thumbed up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. Let me start over for the dummies that are in the room that don't pay attention. And again, if you feel some type of way because I say dummies, you can unsubscribe and you can always leave. All right. I don't give two F's how you feel. I'm a grown man. When I speak this truth, I'm not here to kiss nobody's ASS. Right. So for many years, when I was caught up in the Black Hebrew religion, we were taught that observing or following or celebrating Thanksgiving was a bad thing. It was a sin to practice because they told us that uh the cranberry sauce is the blood and the turkey represents the body of the so-called Indians, and they made us believe that these were our people. This is what was branded in our minds through religion. And they said that when you observe the day, that you're celebrating the death of these people. So we were guilt tripped into abstaining from it, not because of a biblical reference that says verbatim, don't celebrate Thanksgiving, it's evil. No, it wasn't that. It was just religion. That's what they taught us. You know? Let me block this person here who says you sound like you still have that hate. So let me get you up out of here because you have hate in your heart. We don't got time to play, guys. I told you, when you come into the building, if you come in with demons and devils, I'm just going to put you on the block list and pack you up. We don't got no time, right? We want to have intelligent conversations, talk about real issues, and hopefully have some good content for the viewers, you know? So if you come in with any foolishness, I'm just going to throw you on the block list. So now, the Black Hebrew Israelite religion is a religion that has a lot of false doctrine. Number one, they told us that we came to America on cargo slave ships. And it's true that black folk came to America on cargo slave ships and, put in slavery and all that other stuff. That's true. But then they told us that the Indians, they call them the American Indians, which makes no sense because one of the men that was with Columbus, his name is what gives us America. I believe his name is Americo or Americo Vespucci, I believe the name is. That's where you get the name America. Just like the term Africa. There's no such thing as Africa. That's come from a white man's name. Africanus. If you do your research on all of this, you find the origin of where these names come from. So anybody calling themselves American, they are literally using the name of the man, Americo Vespucci. That's where that come from. Now, when you think of Indians, they told us that the Indians was already here. And what the Black Hebrew Israelites told us is that those are our people. Well, how could our people come to America on cargo slave ships and at the same time be in America already? It don't make sense, guys. None of this makes sense. Do you understand? How do you come to America on cargo slave ships as slaves, but your people is already in America? How could they be in America? It wasn't even America. So it guys, we've been lied to. You understand? We've been lied to. Somebody said, oh, I know who that is. He says, oh, you speaking to the viewers. Says, why are y'all always disrespecting or hating on the host? I don't get it, guys. It's like people come to social media just to post insults every time they see somebody live. And what I look at that is those could be anybody. It could be my neighbors. It could be haters on social media. It could be people from my old neighborhood. It could be anybody. You never know who it is. These people are weird. This is what they do. And we try to have these conversations to get people to have conversations after the live stream end because the YouTuber in question that is live, he's trying his best to convince us that America or the white man slaughtered all of these people. And he does this every year. And you have to ask the question, why do they do this? Why do they wait for Thanksgiving to go live to try to guilt trip everybody into following their religion? It's like they just want you to hate people. That's what I see. You know, it doesn't make any sense. Somebody says, bro, just yapping. Let me put you on the block list. If I'm just yapping, what's the point of you being here? It makes no sense, right? Let's see what we got. You said, what about the genocide in the Congo who perpetuate? I don't care about that. I don't care. What are you talking about the genocide in the Congo? What that have to do with the topic? This is what I mean, guys. Like people are weird. It's like I don't care what's going on around the world, guys, if it's not happening in America. I don't care. If it's not happening in America on US soil, I don't care what's going on because I don't live there, you know? It's just real talk. I'm not going to act like I care about stuff when I don't. I'm not a hypocrite. See, when I speak straight, you know? I don't got time to be playing these little games and whatnot. The person talking about the Congo. I don't care about no damn Congo. Like, it doesn't make no sense. What I'm trying to figure out is let's just put it like this. With a show of ones, you celebrate or observe Thanksgiving. Show of two, you don't, for religious reasons. Proceed. One, you observe Thanksgiving. Two, you don't, for religious reasons. I find that a lot of you folks who come to these lives, you're just stupid people. And I mean that. A lot of you don't know how to have decent conversations. When we have these shows, guys, I really want only intelligent people that come here that when we interact, we can have decent conversations with the community. Some of y'all come here with devils on your back and you just post stupid comments, insults, It's like, is this how you are if we met in person? Like, are you just a horrible person to be around that we can't even have a decent conversation about nothing? It's really weird, man. I really wish there was a way that when we go live, if a troll is in the air, YouTube just blocks them automatically, just so the decent human beings can be here, so that we can have these conversations. Because I'm trying to make my point, and it's like people just keep posting stupid comments. We've been lied to about so many things, man. And religion has caused me to uh basically be ashamed about Thanksgiving for many, many years. And as I said, I used to come on social media on Thanksgiving to make videos. And I used to, and now that I'm looking at it, I used to speak against Thanksgiving. And it's like, what was my purpose? My purpose was to make everybody else feel guilty. And I couldn't understand why I was doing it. I was doing it because that's what I was taught. And that's what religion does. Religion will teach you to do something and you don't even know why you're doing it. That other YouTuber, he don't even know what he's doing because he's still caught up. He's still in the matrix. And you know what's so crazy? He has multiple baby mamas and kids. I mean, imagine how miserable their lives must be, that when Thanksgiving come around, they can't even see each other. They can't even have a dinner. They can't even do nothing because of religious bondage. You know, it's crazy. Just look at the chat and see the stupid comments of these dumb people with no intelligence. It's crazy when you see some of these comments. It's very annoying. You said that's not our business, though. So then why are you here? Why are you in my business? Come on now. It's a dumb comment. If it's not our business, then what's the point of you being here? Go find something to do. We've been lied to. We've been lied to. They want you to. The goal of influencers when they speak against Thanksgiving is to create tension between uh different ethnic groups of people. It's designed to create hate. That's what it's for. That's what it's for, guys. You said I'm wearing a carpet. This jacket costs more than your rent and more than your mortgage. That's right. Try going and buy it. I bet you can't. It's amazing, man. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody has an opinion. Uh, do religious teaches what? Us to celebrate the day of Thanksgiving? See, some of you folks are so religious that you wait for somebody to teach you to celebrate something. Let me ask you a question. Do the Bible teach you to take a shit? Do the Bible teach you to take a piss? Is there scripture for that? Or do you just know to do it? Do the Bible teach you to take a shower? Do the Bible teach you how to drive a car? See, some of us are just dumb and we're religious, and that's why we become no earthly good. You know, Do the Bible teach you how to plan a wedding? No, it don't. These are things that you're just supposed to know what to do, you know? Absolutely sick how people are. What I realize with humans, guys, is that everybody has an opinion for everybody else who gets on camera and do content, whereas most of you don't even have the balls to get on camera. You find faults with every single thing. You got people, did somebody tell him to clean his glasses? He's wearing a carpet. Look at his hat. Look at this. Everything is an opinion. And this is coming from miserable people that are watching me. Keep in mind, guys, I'm not watching you. You're watching me, right? Yeah, they said I'm wearing a carpet. Very expensive one, too. Get the haters upset. So this YouTuber is basically making people feel guilty. And what I don't like about a lot of people, man, is that you guys be observing these days, and then when you get on social media, you act like you don't. That's crazy. You act like you don't. It's wild, bro. Somebody said, God bless. I'll be praying for you. Praying for me for what? I don't like when people say they'll be praying for me because I don't know what kind of prayers you praying. You could be praying evil prayers. Normally when people say stuff like that, it's like they see something wrong with you. They'll be praying for you. I don't like that. That's kind of insulting. For real, it is. Religious people normally do stuff like that. They be like, I'll be praying for you. I'm like, praying for me? I didn't ask for your prayers. You know? You said I think you should share up. No, I think you should share up. Nothing's wrong with me. Something's wrong with you folks. You folks have some chip on your shoulder. It's like y'all projecting y'all demons onto me. I'm good. You're not. That's the problem. You're busy projecting your demons and your issues onto me. You got people saying they'll be praying for me. Somebody's saying you should cheer up. I don't know what's your problem. I'm not in a bad mood. I'm actually in a great mood. See, this is the difference between men and boys. A lot of times when people see men speak on real issues, you're not accustomed to that. So when people don't understand you, they'll just call you weird, you're crazy, you're upset, you're angry. They'll just put all sorts of names on you. They don't even know you, you know? You got some people that get upset with you if you if you observe Thanksgiving, they get upset with you and they get mad. You had some people, they seen my show, my previous video that I did. It was like, I'm unsubscribing. I'm like, go ahead. I don't care. Imagine I'm unsubscribing because you observe Thanksgiving. What? You masturbate every day. Let's talk about that. You watch corn. Some of you have lonely fan accounts. Imagine if we know your personal business. And this is what religion does. Religion is, it's like mental control, where if the people that are under this bondage notice that you're not observing things the way they are, then they distance themselves from you. They don't even know why, but they just do it because it makes them feel like they're doing something good, you know? Most of the hypocrites that are here right now, um, they're going to be visiting their family to get that plate. But at the same time, they'll come on social media and be like, "Oh, I don't celebrate. I don't observe Thanksgiving." Just keep it a buck, fam. Here come the racist comments. You said I keep repeating myself, so then leave. If you feel I keep repeating myself, then you must be a dummy. I would have been left already. See, the problem is there's a lot of evil in the world. This is why I roll solo and I don't like really interacting with people, like in the physical world, like people that are around me. I really don't like interacting with people because they're evil by nature. People are evil and they're very hateful. They really are. It's like it's really because we don't understand each other. So normally when people don't understand you, they just label you. And once they do that, it just creates tension and division, you know? So I just rather not deal with it, you know, just leave me alone, you know? It's better to roll solo. It's like you'll have more peace that way. When you're around too many people, it becomes toxic, you know? It really is. How I'm doing, I'm blessed. We're speaking on a topic of me reacting to a YouTuber put out a video claiming that Thanksgiving is the slaughter of foundational Black Indians, which is a lie. It's a lie. It's not true. It doesn't make any sense, you know? You said, uh, Donna says, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving or Christmas anymore. It's not in the Bible. And I praise God every day, not just once a year. But you sin. That's in the Bible. You observe to do sin, right? See, you think because you don't celebrate Thanksgiving that it makes you better than somebody when you're still living in a world full of evil and sin. When was the last time you sinned? You observed to do that, right? Okay. So, how is it that you keep observing to do that when you know it goes against the Bible, but you still do it? You see what I mean? It's easy to say, well, I don't do this. See, when you say that, what you're saying is, I'm better than you. That's what you're saying. when you say, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving, it's one thing if Thanksgiving was in the Bible and you can actually back it up and it's like something the Bible teach against. That's one thing. Then I would have to agree with you, because if it's in the scriptures where it says don't do it, then I would have to repent. But it's not in the book. It's not in there. So nobody could tell you that you're wrong if you observe Thanksgiving. Nobody could tell you you're wrong. I'm not going to be on here too long because, again, when we do these streams, it's a lot of stupid people that be in the live chat. And it just makes the show toxic because there's a lot of brainless people that be here that don't know how to uh, engage with the topic and be civilized, and it's like it's just a waste of time. But I'll react to that other guy's video, and I'll do a different type of stream. I wouldn't even do a vertical stream. I'm gonna do a regular horizontal. When you do the horizontal, I mean the vertical streams, you get a lot of different viewers, and most of the time it's just nothing but trolls. It's like, I don't know, it's like the shorts feed is it's filled with a lot of people from the short bus. It is, because it's like they come here and they just post insults, and it's like they can't wait to post the insults. It's weird, you know. Um, the Bible doesn't say any of that. You're being religious and hypocritical. Stop using the Bible the wrong way. You're being hypocritical. It's just like some of these religious people, they be like, well, I don't celebrate birthdays. Okay, so let me get this straight. If your woman is pregnant with your firstborn, are you happy about the birth of your child? Because we know you're celebrating that. That's a birthday. You got a lot of religious people that they be like, well, I don't celebrate birthdays. And I'm like, look, man, I'm done with religion, bro. Religion is what effed up the whole world, bro. The whole world is screwed because of religion. Seriously. Shout out to is that Top Dog, I believe the name is. Shout out to you for the $5 support. Says happy Thanksgiving and blessings to you and your family, Ringo. Hey, same to you. Hope you're having a blessed day. And shout out to everybody that comes in that are civilized human beings. We'll be reacting to that religious heretics video later on, because what's crazy about that YouTuber is that he's involved, excuse me, with men that are alleged Freemasons. He's with men that throw up the satanic hand sign. He's in the company of these people, but yet he speaks against others that do those things. It's weird, man. Like the whole world is weird, especially with religion. Religion really messed us up. I'm just glad that I'm able to wake up and speak to the people and be transparent, you know? That's what I'm happy about. I'm happy that I'm able to be upfront and direct with my beliefs, with who I am. A lot of people are fake. They're not real. A lot of you've been lied to your whole life. You've been taught nothing but lies. They told you that The white man slaughtered all these people and created Thanksgiving as a day to commemorate the slaughtering. That's what we were taught. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a good feeling when you're free from religion and you can live your life. It's a beautiful thing. It's a wonderful thing to be free and able to enjoy your family, have a feast, give thanks to God for all that He have done. No matter what you're going through, the good, the bad, the ugly, just to be thankful. Thankful to breathe, thankful to exist and have the opportunity to make it right. You know, maybe you have some bad habits that you want to make right. You want to do the right thing. You could be thankful that I have the opportunity to get it right. The opportunity to mow my lawn. I'm thankful. I'm thankful for the viewers that support the platform. I'm thankful. And to think that YouTubers are trying to make you feel bad, that's crazy. We should be thankful. We should be thankful. A lot of you haven't seen your family in years. A lot of that is due to religion. Religion separated you. Religion made you turn against your family. It's crazy, right? So we're going to get up on out of here, guys. Go take care of some business. I can't wait for this tree to hurry up and get these leaves off, man. This thing is taking too long. The top portion of the tree, the leaves are all off, but the bottom is still falling. Religion is bad, man. Religion is really bad. This will be the first Thanksgiving that we have in the house. First one. We get to dress the table. Family can sit down together as a family and give thanks. Imagine religion. Religion kept me from doing those basic things. Do you know 99% of families don't ever sit down at the dinner table? Do you know that? They don't. They really don't. The only time they really do is when there's a feast. They have company, family, they could do that, but they really don't. When they cook dinner every other night, people don't sit at the table. You just grab your plate, go to your room, you go on the couch, that person go over there, and you just eat. There's no family. There's no family. Somebody says, I'm now convinced you're an agent. You see all the negative things people post about me, guys? They don't even know me from nowhere. They're convinced that I'm an agent. What does that mean? An agent. This is why I'd rather be alone. No friends. I don't need none of it. All I need is my family that's in the house. That's all I need. Nothing else matters. Because I realize that the world is filled with fake people, evil doers. And Jesus Christ made it very clear. He said, pray for those that despitefully use you and abuse you, and say all manner of evil against you falsely for my name's sake. Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. And that's the issue. Imagine listening to someone talk and say, I'm convinced you're an agent. What does that mean? And then the person gives praises to God. Make that make sense. What exactly does that mean? Is that some sort of, like, what is that? Doesn't make any sense. But anyway, continue the hate. Keep it up. I'm going to head in the house with my family. You enjoy your day. I'll enjoy mine. Peace.